Hey everyone, it's Range here, coming at you with another Pony Thoughts. And today, me and my friend here, Andrea, will be looking at the 4 pony races.
Yellow.
So, why don't we start with Pegasus? Oh crap, there goes my voice. Well, I'm gonna list some facts first. In Greek mythology, the Pegasus was a flying horse. It wasn't multiple horses, it was just one horse.
Yes.
Alright, sorry.
But the Pegasus is not just an ordinary pony. It's a pony with wings.
Yep.
So.
Usually depicted as a white-colored in Greek mythology. His father, interesting because this was one horse in Greek mythology and not many.
Yes.
His father was Poseidon. His mother was... Oh, I'm so gonna butcher this. Sorry for all you Greek people out there. Gorgon Medusa. So pretty much Medusa. He was born along with his brothers Crestor. Oh, I'm gonna butcher this, guys. When Medusa was decapitated by Perseus, Pegasus was captured and tamed. The Greek hero Bellerophon. See, this is why I don't do Greek mythology all that often. Bellerophon, and helped him in his fight against the Chimera and the Amazons. Later, Bellerophon continued riding Pegasus on their way to Mount Olympus, but Zeus dismounted him on the way. Pegasus continued the journey and reached Mount Olympus. Now, in MLP, the Pegasus are depicted as flying horses of many colors. They're usually the most agile, more agile than the Earth pony, but not as strong.
Yes.
You are able to touch clouds and are rather fast. Granted, they do not have magical abilities like unicorns have, and they're not as strong as Earth ponies. Andrew, what would you like to talk about first?
Well, I would also have to add with a Pegasi. They're with the Greek mythology Pegasus. They're not just. I think they're just only one color is white, I believe.
Yep.
But I'm not quite. I'm actually sure because I only think that. So, anyways, going past through that. I'm gonna be talking about unicorns. Unicorns are also a Greek mythology ponies. Also whatever legends, whatever. They say that they think that the Bible tells about unicorns, or they also describe the animal Ariam, I believe it's pronounced. But they translate it to a unicorn, so I don't know what Bible they're talking about, so it's probably like the God Bible or something. I'm not quite sure which one it is, but They live in the woodland area, so probably a forest or something. But the symbol as a pretty and grace, so which is pretty cool. So they can make originally the unicorn was to make their powers. They are they rendered to poison water potable and to heal sicknesses. So, which is apparently when they poison the water, they make the water not poisonable. So
they have a cure.
They have a cure for it. So,
fun little fact about the show: unicorns are probably the most knowledgeable in the show. Are usually the unicorns because they study so much.
Yes.
Or at least Twilight does.
Yeah. but like the unicorn, it's usually like you see them like as have those goat beards, or like those long hairs on the um like on the bottom of their hooves.
Yeah.
But they don't and barely show like the tail's not like all poofy like Twilight's and other unicorns are. They're kind of thin on the halfway of the tail, and then it goes along like the hair. So yeah, it's pretty neat. Let's see.
Well, I have Earth ponies next, so I find Earth ponies probably the most interesting race, even though they don't have the most. My OC was actually originally an Earth pony. He was designed to be an Earth pony originally. That's why his wings are a bit small and stupid looking.
I can fix that.
Yeah, I might need you to do that later on.
That's
Either way, Earth ponies are usually shown in the MLP show as the farmers normally. People who have usually farming cutie marks, and usually that's probably because of the years during one of the episodes. I can't remember the exact name, and I'm sorry for all you continuity freaks out there. I love you guys, because you keep things in perspective. I forget which episode it was, but remember when the play happened and the Earth ponies were shown to be the farmers and the one who provided food, even though they were being fairly treated?
Yes. But Earth ponies are not just like for farming. Earth ponies can be like in the show.
That comes to my next point about Earth ponies, is that a lot of them, as shown by Applejack and her family, are a lot for their what's it called? Not religion, but I'm stumped.
Their families.
Like their.
What you looking for?
No, I'm looking for let's see, I have it written down. I think they're. You know, in like the Pinkie Pie episode where they showed Applejack had that thing where she believed Pinkie Pie, like I think it starts with an R, but I don't remember.
I don't remember neither.
Well, either way, they're actually the strongest and not as fast as Pegasus, and can't do the same thing Pegasi can, but they're incredibly strong, as shown by Maud Pie in the episode where her and Rainbow Dash had the competition of throwing rocks, and Applejack, and people have actually gone into the thing with Applejack and apple bucking. She could probably shatter those trees if she wanted to, which is actually pretty interesting.
If she has the strong ability to be able to kick down a tree. But yes, horses or earth ponies, whatever you call them, they're usually worked for farming, yes. But nowadays they use them like for shows. They use them like for racing and
typical.
Some other ones that they've mentioned.
I personally find the Earth Pony to be like the normal out of the bunch, like the normal everyday folk. But even then, as seen by Applejack and Pinkie Pie, they have extraordinary abilities, even though they can't fly or use magic. I actually find Earth Ponies the most relatable to me, even though I like Pegasi the best, because one, a lot of Earth Ponies are farmers. Fun little fact, I grew up in a farming family. My grandfather's a farmer, my mom grew up on a farm, and I enjoy the farm better than the city.
I could probably agree with you, because I lived in a town, so just not very much of a country person, but I lived for a few small towns myself, but I like myself I like unicorns because I think they're like really cool and magical. So
I think it's just a personal preference for a person to pick what they want to look like in the MLP universe, and this is where the most controversial type of pony there is, the alicorn.
Yep.
Oh, this is gonna get fun. Now, I'm gonna say this now. We have a couple seconds to spare. Alicorns are the most controversial of every pony. And give me a second because I'm gonna end the recording real quick. So. Skype call?
If you make it like in a no, there Google has a thing called what is it?
Hangout Live.
It's in Hangouts. It's called it's Hangouts on Air. So you can take the longest thing you can video.
I like being able to edit it.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, alicorns are probably the most controversial because they're one of the most hated type of pony of the older people in the fan base. And at one point I understand why, but at another point I might have to disagree with them.
Disagree? Why is that?
Because it's personally a person's preference in the show, how they feel the most like. And usually alicorns are usually depicted from the younger fans of the show. And really, we shouldn't really be all that constructive, all that, what's the word? Hypocritical about it. I mean, look at my pony, he's red and gray. Do you think I picked that for no reason? It's,
well,
even though he has a common color palette, I made him unique in his own way. It's to show people what really I mean by it, and it's kind of something weird about me. But I can understand at the same time. The inner artist, does not agree with alicorns all that much, because a lot of them are poofy or big, powerful, and if you're trying to make your character fit in with the actual show, that's gonna be a problem.
Why is that?
Because if they're an alicorn, how are you gonna make them fit in with the 4 alicorns that are currently there?
That's true, but
that's what a common gripe I hear.
I also heard that there's gonna be like 2 more alicorns in the show.
What?
Yes, there are gonna be 2 more added in the show. 2 more alicorns. I mean, they are like they're like toy figures of 2 more alicorns I found over in the internet, which I'm not sure if it's true or not.
They're probably faked, if anything.
I don't think so, because they also have the regular MLP ponies in them. Like one of them is Pinkie Pie, and I think the other one is like a rarity. Hang on, let me go check. There's like pictures of them here somewhere.
Everyone, insert your rage now. I can understand if a person wants to be an alicorn. I mean, one of our friends in the Ben group actually has an alicorn OC, and do I mind them? Actually, no. But from an artist standpoint and a storyboard standpoint, they would not work in the normal show as much as it would think. There'd be a lot of plot holes, a lot of misconception about them, and it really doesn't work as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you could
But I don't think you should be raging over 2 more alicorns. I mean,
True.
Like, for an example, the 2 artists that draw MLP, like, known as, I'm trying to remember what their names are.
Yeah, we don't have every fact, but we have most facts, everyone.
Yes, I mean, oh, here's one of them. One of them was actually with Pinkie Pie, I should say. The one that I found, his name is Princess Gold Lily, with a Pinkie Pie toy. I'm not sure if this was real or not, but it says it was made from Hasbro.
I suspect it being faked, but who knows at this point. Hasbro is the overlord to MLP, sadly, still.
I mean, it's just a yellow Pegasus, or alicorn, so... But I also have another fact about alicorns here. They're also not just named called alicorns. They're also called Pega, something with Pega. I think it was a Pegacorn. Yeah, Pegacorn. Yes. But we call them as alicorns because it's a much better name for it.
True.
Yes. Let's see if I can find the other picture, or the name of the other alicorn.
Fun little. I think alicorns would be a great race if they were not depicted as princesses and stuff. Maybe it's because of the rarity of alicorns in MLP that people have grown attached to no alicorn OCs, or at least a good amount of them is, especially people in the artist part of the community. And if you're one of these who actually enjoys drawing alicorns, go ahead and do it. But to be honest, I've seen a lot of artists, especially people who have listed their opinions on YouTube, don't like alicorn OCs, and on the forums I've seen it as well. I guess it's just the depiction of too many princesses or princes, which is an understandable statement at the same time. But people people get bent out of shape too much about it, I think. I think a person should be allowed to do what they want and look like they want.
True.
Granted, if you make yourself look like Princess Celestia, call it something like Molestia. Is that original? No. And calling it original is actually...
I found the other princess.
Oh.
The purple one, his name was Princess Steerling. So it's Princess Goldlily and Princess Steerling. I'm not sure what they're gonna do.
I don't think
with
it's really,
those two ponies. I don't know if it's gonna be added in the show or not. So.
Well, I have my Skeptic hat on, so.
So we'll see what goes on with Hasbro.
Yep. Basically.
So. Yes,
I'm really talked about the 4 pony
familiar
races
with
as much as possible, really, other than listing most of the facts. But at the same time, I do have a couple more points to make out. If you're one of these people who enjoys making fun of a person for having a certain type of OC or a certain look, don't. Just don't. Just no.
No.
Some people have made some of the most popular characters, changed their personality a bit, changed their coloring a bit, said it wasn't an OC, and people have been okay with that. But if you are, and I've heard from one artist, I go around to their YouTube channel because they're relatively good art on it when they do, and they have good, valid points. They don't like alicorn OCs or that pony generator thing. When, just my personal preference of when I create a character, I don't name a character, surprisingly, before. I don't give a personality. I give a personality on what I think they should be as I draw them.
Yep.
Strange, right?
I mean, yes, I'm gonna have to tell you this. I once myself was made my OC an alicorn because I thought it would be kind of cool, you know? But I did have made it a different personality with it, a different cutie mark, but kind of the same colored wise as my the OC I have right now. So, but it was kind of different, you know? I thought it would be kind of cool until I've met another group that wants me to change my OC because Lauren Fowles was one of them. I remember her now. Lauren, they think that Lauren Fowles won't kind of agree to like anybody else having a alicorn. So
yeah, I think it's just a personal preference of a person. If you're slapping like a pony that already exists, is already known to exist, and calling it your OC, renaming it, and giving it a different personality, sadly, that from a look standpoint, that is not a different person. It's just them with a different personality. Kind of like multiple personality disorder for some people. And before you people get angry at me, that is actually something I have, so...
But also another thing, they probably changed it like that.
Yeah.
They probably, like, I mean, some people cannot draw as well, but that's okay, you know? I mean, some people can, like, say, hey, I want my OC to be drawn a little bit more better. Can you help me out? And they'll be like, oh, sure, I'll help you out a bit more if you need it.
Well,
so,
either way, we're
some
getting
people
to
are
that
kind of
maximum
greedy,
time.
so... Yeah.
I think I could pick this up and maybe a sequel to this sometime later on in the year. Thank you all for watching. Every pony, every person, whichever universe you rather be in. Hope you enjoyed this, and